Welcome back to 5-Minute Modules, where I show you can do these exercises in less than 5 minutes. Today we're going to look at 4.3c from Module 2, which is about calculating the response rate for your survey. So as we do each time, let's take a look at the instructions. The first thing is just going to show us what the steps are and kind of basically show our work. The first thing it asks us to do is estimate the exact response rate for your survey. Now you're thinking about where is the exact response rate. Well, it's actually in the Maxwell Manual. If you look at the bottom of page 49 of the Maxwell Manual, in figure 4.5 here at the bottom, you'll see that it gives you ranges of different response rates for different methods of contact: face-to-face, telephone, and email. And basically it's 75 to 90, 40 to 75, and 5 to 50% for email respectively. Now, you need to get an exact number, which means you need to pick a number within this range, and later you're going to have to justify it. Well, the reason why you need an exact number is because to do the calculations you need a specific number. A range won't work. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pick a number. Now in the previous exercise I picked the telephone method of contact, so I'm going to choose something between 40 and 75%. Let's go back to the exercise. So I'm going to choose a number between 40 and 75%. For right now I'm just going to say it's 60%. Now the next thing it asks you to justify the rate. There's lots of reasons why you could have different rates. People like you, you're harder working, you have a better designed survey, it's shorter. It could be that it's for a good cause. People tend to want to do a survey if it has a charitable implication. People don't want to do a survey if they think you're just trying to make money off them. Any of these could be, let's say, reasons. So I'm going to say 60% response rate. I'm going to say, I'm a high school student, and this survey is of an issue of concern for my community. Therefore, I expect an average response rate for a telephone method of contact. The range is 40 to 75%. 60% is a middle range estimate. And as I said, you can add those other reasons that I talked about before. So the next thing is that you have to use a formula to show how many people you'll contact. Now let's go back to the Maxwell Manual. If you look on page 50, right in the middle of the page, it gives you the formula right here. But math is hard, and so we're going to go in here, and I'm just going to I already did the calculations. For people who like decimals, you can use the top one. For people who like fractions, you can use the bottom one. They both give you the same answer. So remember, I chose 60%. And I also, in the previous exercise, said I wanted to sample 500 respondents. So I'm going to have 500 divided by my response rate. If that's a decimal, it's 0.6. And that will give me 833. That's rounding down from 833.33333. If you like fractions, you could do it either of these two ways. Now 0.6 is the same as 3/5. The way we divide fractions: flip the fraction, multiply the numerator by the bottom of the fraction, and then divide by the numerator of the fraction in the bottom. Now remember, any percentage can be represented as a fraction. For example, that number over 100. So if you really want to do it, let's say a little bit larger numbers, you could do 500 times 6 divided by 60 over 100, and that will get you the same response. So that's one way. And we also have our answer for the last part. Once you've done this calculation, you should get a number like 833. And that would be the answer for the last part of 4.3c. So how many people take to contact in order to obtain your desired responses? Well, this is not necessarily true, but this is an implied number based upon your chosen response rate and the number of people you want to contact. Once again, this has been 5-Minute Modules, and we'll see you next time.